Okay, so um, let me just share my screen. So tell me about your property a little bit.
Okay, so it's the Canvas River
Mm,
Sense. Yes. So we mainly host corporate functions, conferences, and exhibitions. So it's more geared towards corporate events.
okay, all right. And you do have accommodation as well.
No, we don't have accommodation.
Okay, all right
So
then.
we have auditoriums.
Yeah,
And yes, we have auditoriums and some lecture halls
uh,
and an exhibition space, an atrium, and an amphitheater.
okay, all right. So let me then I'm not going to bother showing you the accommodation, how we manage that.
Okay.
I'm going to show you more or less what you. So we are web based, meaning you need Wi-Fi. You go online and you can log in on any device.
Okay.
Unlimited users, unlimited devices.
Mhm.
Okay, so we've got quite nice functionality built in for
Mhm.
venue management, where you can book out all those rooms and it will show you that the room is booked out. So you can start from the screen. And let's say I want to do a booking for March. I just click on the date and the booking starts for me. Okay. Then I can give it an event description. Let's say Q2B conference. Okay. I can add a function sheet to the booking. I can make it a quote or invoice or pro forma, whatever you want to, inquiry, put them on a wait list. We've got all these functionality. So if I can break my revenue down and I can say this is corporate or conference revenue. I can say where did I get hold of these customers from Facebook? They are going to be 100 guests. And then I save the heading and then we force the customer's email upon you to keep your contact list up to date. Uh, if they've been with you before, it will autofill the information. But if you start off, we will require the email from you, the name and the surname of the customer. Then you can also do it under a company name. So you can add a company name for them. If they haven't been with you before, you can just create a new company. This way, you can also provide the company with a statement. Okay. Then when I click save, there's all my details. My function sheet is selected already. You can have an internal note, so you can place an internal note or additional note for the customer. And now I can add the items. So I can add items from my price list and I can say venue hire and I can say they want a hall. The hall is already booked out, or you can set up your price list that they don't book out the hall immediately, but you can also select it like mine is. If I book this, set up, put out my hall immediately for me. So whatever room it is, may it be uh, uh, conference room, a smaller room, a breakout room, you can have them all listed. And it tells the customer as well what comes with the whole rental. And then I can say, okay, I want to use it on the 6th of March. They're going to use it from 8 o'clock in the morning and they're going to use it up until, let's say, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We can also set up various styles, what's the seating arrangements they require, and you can set it up, schoolroom or whatever the seating arrangements is that you want. And there you go. It's a once off. And there is a deposit. We also do a refundable deposit. So it will immediately add it to the booking. If you don't have a upfront deposit for a venue, you don't have to have it in. Mine is just set up that way. Okay, and there's my hall booked out for that specific time. Now I can add more information. I can say, let's see what menus I've got here. I want to add the conference menu. It's for 100 people. Mine is set to 0, but you can have a price in and it will immediately calculate it for you. Any items that you want to add, let's say Coke. I want to add 100 Cokes. I want to add the menu I've done. Anything that you want to add to your booking. It's quite easy. A data projector. Also, we can manage the data projector for you to show that it's booked out. And I'm going to use it from 9 that day, and I will return it the next day at 9. So you can also set up your equipment to show that your equipment is rented out. Okay, so from menus, Coke, seating arrangements, it can all do that. You can also apply a discount and you can say equipment rental, I'm applying 5% discount on the data projector rental, and I can give it a description. And it applies a discount line to the booking with the minus of that 5% on the rental of the data projector. Your invoice will look like this then. And there's all your stuff that you've booked out. We also offer pay gates. So when a client receives their PDF, they can just click on the Pay Now button, pay the deposit, or they can pay the full amount. When you click on the Pay Now button, it immediately goes to the pay gate. There is my refundable deposit. It shows you that there's a refundable deposit due, and that is what the invoice, and you can add any T's and C's at the bottom of your invoice or quote. Any questions so far?
No, so far it's clear. So far it's clear.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So you can print the document. If you've got a very long invoice with lots of information, especially for the venues, you don't have accommodation that books out 40 rooms. They don't want to send a 6-page invoice to a client. They do a summary and it summarizes everything together for you. Then there's an audit trail on a booking. From when the booking starts, we record who did it, what time they did it, and what date did they do, and what did they change. Okay.
Okay.
Then what's a nice feature in Q2B is you can send a RSVP link. So that means a registration link. So they've got 100 guests at the conference. I want to send it to the organizer, and then she can send it out on any platform to her 100 guests, and they can RSVP on that link.
Oh, nice.
I'll show you how that works now in the email. I can also, I've selected the conference function sheet. I can send her the electronic function sheet. She can complete it. Once she closes the browser, the booking will update with all the requirements that she selected in the function sheet. And the function sheet is normally where they say, do they have an open bar? What time would they like to have lunch? What seating arrangements do they prefer? What equipment they would like? Okay. So I can also mail that to her with one click. And it goes out because it thinks I'm done, but I want to go back and show you. So we've got also built into the system CRM. in customer relationship management, where it can follow up with a customer automatically with a quote. Let's say you make out a quote, 7 days later you want to follow up with the customer because there's been no confirmation or payment. The CRM can automatically follow up with the customer with an email, an SMS, or a WhatsApp
Oh, nice. Okay.
about the quote. Okay.
Mm.
Then if the guests RSVP here, you will see you've got a full guest list at the end. So you will have all the guest information of all the guests. So always what we do is we have a conference. We only have the organizer's detail, but we never get all the other guests' details, which we can use for future marketing. So with the RSVP link, we capture all that information for you from all the guests. So we're building your customer data. Okay, so that was the reason behind that. And it's an awesome functionality because the organizer don't have to do her own little RSVP link. It's all electronic and she can also view it online. Okay, then we've got 12 hours after departure. Feedback will go out to all those guests. And then you can get a proper feedback and what did they think about the conference, your venue, your setup, your food, anything that you want to add in your feedback questions. Our feedback only comes into Q2B. We don't take it to any social media or online platform. Okay, you can also from here complete the function sheet, print the function sheet. The extended function sheet will show all the questions and answers that she completed, all the items and packages they bought, and all the items on the invoice. Okay, so let's first go back to that one. And then I'll show you now when we do the online registration and function sheet. Then also you can split and move line items. Let's say one department says we're paying for the hall, the other department's paying for the Coke. You can easily split the items into new invoices. And just say split and it creates a new invoice with only the Coke on it. Then also what's nice for events, you can upload a full menu that they selected, proof of payments, anything, and it stays with the booking. So let's, for instance, say this is a proof of or menu selection. And you can say group Q2B menu for lunch. And you can upload up to 5 megabytes document, any document that you want to upload. So I'm going to select anything that's there, and there you go. So PDF, there's a little eye you can view again. This is the image I uploaded, so I can just download it again. I can edit or delete. Now these documents then stay with the booking. So one day when they come, let's say they book 6 months in advance, the coordinator is off sick, they can just come to the booking, all the menu selections, everything is attached to the booking. The function sheet, what they selected, and also the documents. Okay, awesome functionality.
Yes, no,
Now,
that sounds really amazing.
yeah, so what I want to show you as well, it's for groups. So let's say, for instance, it's a group of people coming, but some of them are going to pay their own bills. You can also add them under a group. So let's say, for instance, I want to add them under the conference group. You can also start a new group and then just say save. So our group functionality is also awesome.
Mm.
You can go to manage reservations, groups. Then you can just go to that group. Mine is now Q2B. There, I think it's this one I selected. Now let's just go make sure. I have so many um, different groups set up as an example. Q2B conference group. Okay. Okay, then if I go to the group, I can see all the invoices attached to that group. This is an inactive group I selected. I can set up a program for them. So I can set up a 3-day program or 2-day program or 1-day program. What time are they doing what time is breakaway, what time is lunch, where will it be served. I can print the program for them, and it breaks it down into day 1, day 2, day 3. And on arrival, I can have a full program for the group. I can mail the program to all group people, all group contacts, guests if available. That is the RSVP. If they use the RSVP link, I can mail this program immediately to them with a message. Okay, so I can mail, I can print the program. If you had rooms, you can see the full room list. You can message all of them. If you want to communicate with all the guests, you can message with them and also email with them. If you have the WhatsApp integration, you can also then WhatsApp them all. Awesome functionality for groups. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I want to just show you one with there's invoices then, all the invoices that belongs to this group. It shows you in colors, and our colors are unique, but you can also change them. Pink means partially paid, red means outstanding. So the whole group, you can check if they paid all their bills before they leave. Okay. So that's nice group functionality. So I'm going to log off and I'm going to go to my email first. And then I want to show you how I can RSVP on that links that I've just sent to myself. Okay, can you see my email?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so this is the link. Mine is a full explanation, but you can have a short and you can say, you can use this link. There's the raw link as well. And all your guests can RSVP and they can use it on any platform. The guest then will click on the link, and this is how they will RSVP with your logo, your details, the conference name, the date and time, the organizer, and your website. And I will say I'm going to attend. My name is Susan Botha. My email is Susan, and that's how we capture the emails for you, for all the customers, and we capture the telephone numbers. So that's how we keep your database up to date and with all the guests also arriving. Any special requirements, they can also list vegetarian. And then, of course, in South Africa, we always have to ask, would you like to get promotional material? If they say do not send me, then we tick it as a no mail already in your customer database. So you can immediately filter and see who's the customers who don't want to receive marketing mail. And then I say submit, and it will always say thank you for registering for the Q2B conference. We're looking forward to serve you. Easy, smooth way for them to RSVP. So let me just check the function sheet one. Okay, and there's the function sheet. So I can send this to the organizer. She clicks on this link. She goes into the browser, and here she can answer any questions with dates, times, and she can have any note for you. Type in any note, make any selection, and anytime you can see mine was changed a bit by my other agents, but anything that she writes in here will record it. And at the end, we just say submit. So all your questions you can have here on your function sheet. And then she says submit, and we just say you can close the window now. So if we go back to Q2B, We record.
Sorry, and
Hmm?
I just want to ask something. In terms of there under the function sheet, is it possible to also upload the menu options there so they select a
Yes,
certain? Oh, okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay. So mine is just a silly little um, example, but you can upload anything there and I can say I want this menu or that menu. We don't put prices, any amounts with the function sheet.
Yes.
Okay. Then if I go back to the booking and I go now to guests, I want to see who all RSVP'd and there's all my RSVP'd customers. I've got all the information already. I can of course export or print this list so I can see all the vegetarians and special requirements. I can also export it to Excel, send it to a client. I can give her this link and she can view all her RSVPs online.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to, and she phones you every second day to ask how many guests are coming to my conference, you can mail her the attendees list with one click. But if you want her to go and check itself, you can just provide her the link and she can see all the RSVPs.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so if I go now to the function sheet and I go um, print the function sheet or the extended function sheet, you can see all her answers and times that she selected.
Mm-hmm.
Then what you can do also with the function sheet, you can put a expiration date on it and you can say 7 days before the event starts, the function sheet must disconnect. When she goes onto that link again and she wants to change anything 7 days prior to the event, it will tell her that your time has expired to change the function sheet. Please contact the venue. Okay. And then what's nice as well, every time she makes a change to that function sheet, the venue will get an update email to say the function sheet has changed. Okay. And you can also switch it off at a certain time to say you cannot make changes anymore.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then, like I said, my favorite is you can just print a function sheet with questions and answers. Okay. And the extended function sheet. The extended function sheet is my favorite because it will tell you all the questions and answers. It will tell you the venue that was rented. It will tell you what is in the package, the menu that they've selected, what's in the package. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that is my favorite. I wish I had that when I was working at venues. We used to type everything up.
Yeah, yeah. We still
Yeah.
do,
And
surprisingly,
then,
even
and
now.
then every time they make a change, you have to change it and print
Yeah.
it again. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so this way it makes it easier to control and they can make changes and then the final, they cannot make changes anymore. So the day on the event, you know you're getting a real true function sheet. What's nice as well in our system, what we offer is a daily planner. So if, what time did I make that conference now? Let me just check my dates. 6 free. Okay. So the daily planner is also nice for guys like you. So I can say what's happening in the first week of March. And I can say, or you can do it per day. That's actually what it's for. I'm just pulling an average one so that we can see. You can do it per day, which most venues will do. But the daily planner is actually like an operational planner. So it gives you the invoice number. It will, oh, my guests have disappeared. If you put a coordinator name in there, it will print a coordinator name. It will tell you how much the customer still owes, who's the company, who's the customer, what date and time are they here. They've rented the hall. The school room is, it must be set up in schoolroom. This is the time and date they're going to use it. This is the package they've got. The data projector must be set up for them. The conference menu was selected. That's the menu, Coke, and a rental of a data projector. Then
And
the
this,
Mhm.
sorry, and this can automatically pull from the
it
booked events, or do I have to go
yes.
into the daily
No,
planner
it
and
pulls
type it?
immediately
Okay, great.
from the booking.
Okay,
Everything that's on that line items, it will summarize it here for you.
okay.
And then it will also tell you there's a special function sheet completed for this booking. So the daily planner will go with your function sheets with the times and everything combined.
So it can be daily or weekly.
Yes, daily, weekly,
Weekly.
you can pull it whatever day you want to.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that's a beautiful functionality
Mm.
that you can use for event functions.
And it can go
Um,
up to a month as well.
yes, you can
Okay.
pull it for up to a month. So let me just show you how the booking then shows here. So there's the hall that's booked out for them, the resources, and I can now say, okay, I want to go into that booking, just click on it, and it takes me back into the booking.
Mm.
Okay. If you want to check, you've only got 2 data projectors, and you want to check if you have one available for that day for a customer that wants a data projector, you don't want to promise it and you don't have one available. You can check also on any date on screen print, and you can check all your returnable inventory items. So here you can see I've got a data projector, I've got only 2 and one is already booked out on that day. And that's how you can manage all your equipment
Mm.
so that you don't overpromise and you can immediately see on a date if it's booked out or not.
Okay.
Okay. That's also a beautiful functionality for
Mm.
conference venues and corporate venues. Any questions so far?
Now, so far, I think it is clear. Okay, we are going to get into reports. Okay, yes, that's
Okay.
fine. But
So,
in terms of function sheets and everything is
yeah,
clear.
you can also pull a check-in, check-out report. Um, Mostly it's used for rooms, so that you will use it, but we also do any venue, any data projector allocation, we put it on the report as well. So immediately you can see what group is are they in the hall. They're also using the data projector. Okay.
Mm.
Then what's also nice is the housekeeping. So if I go on the 6th, I can see the hall must be cleaned and the data projector must be ready.
Mm.
So any day you can click on and you can pull a housekeeping report
Mm.
and give it to the housekeeper or the operations manager so they know which which venue must be cleaned and set up. Um, then let me just show you in a booking. So if they pay online with the Pay Now button, it will automatically record the booking, the payment. But if you get an EFT payment, you can easily capture it here.
Mm.
EFT, put the amount in, give a receipt number, and mail the receipt to the customer as well.
Mm.
You can print the receipt or mail the receipt.
And then with emails that are sent straight from Q2B, because I've seen in the past with some CRMs, the mail will end up in the spam folder. Do you find that you have issues with that?
Yeah, we've just October or November last year, I think it's the beginning of November, we
Mm.
switched over to a mail partner, which is actually awesome. They now track the mails, they keep it safe, and so that it don't go into spam. So
Okay.
we've added now a mail trace, so you can see immediately successfully delivered. If
Mm.
the server couldn't deliver, the email is wrong, or the customer is blocked for mail servers, it will tell you failed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, so that's now a full system that mail manages the mail. Which we did it on our own server, but then what they kept on doing is they spammed our server because it was bulk mailing, and now we've got a bulk mailer supply that manages it for us.
Okay.
So it's actually awesome, and we can keep track of all the mails, see if it was successful, if the email was incorrect or the email doesn't exist, it will tell you immediately in the mail trail.
Okay.
Okay. So that's beautiful for us. No complaints anymore.
Okay. Okay.
Then you know you can upload your bulk payments as well on the Excel template, and you can email all the receipts immediately for all the guests that you upload with payments. Okay. Payments report. The payments report will show you everything that you received from any date that you can do it per user or you can do it for everybody. Okay, and there's all my bookings that I received money on. The PayGate Recon will then immediately show all your payments that's done on the online payment, and it will recon it for you. So what the merchant account does, it pays you every 24 hours an amount, but they pay in a total. We split it in the recon to show you what is the total made up of. You won't deal with virtual credit cards because you don't have accommodation. Then future payments, okay? If you want to see your future bookings, that's in the future, let's say March, April, May, June, and you already received amounts on them, it will break it down for you. It will show you the amounts that you received for March bookings, and it will also break it down here in a list for you. And if you worked on Qtb, you know that you can export and print everything. Okay, so that's payments for future bookings. Like I said, we also do refundable deposits if you're going to use them. The CRM is very nice if you set that up. So you can do any CRM. It can remind a customer that they must complete the function sheet, and you can add the function sheet link in there as well again. You can remind a customer that deposit is due. You can follow up on quotes. You can finalize the function sheet, give them and the CRM will automatically run with this. You don't have to manage it. It will immediately manage it itself. And then you can also say, thank you for your payment. As soon as they make a payment, the CRM can immediately also communicate with them, thank you for the payment. So that way, the clients don't email you and the coordinator and say, did you get my payment? Did you get my payment? The CRM can do all of that work for you, which becomes all the nitty-gritty work that you want the CRM to do for you. Of course, you can pull a report on the CRM, and you can say for all my conferences, and you want a conference profile from this date to that date. I want a report and I want all the open bookings. And it will give you a thing about all the open bookings. Okay. Any profile, any reminders that you want to manage or inactive, so my report will be empty. Then the period revenue. I don't know if you've worked on the reporting before.
Reporting for revenue.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, obviously that will be, I think, mainly my line managers,
Okay.
where
Well,
the main interest would be.
let
But
me
for
show
me,
you. Yeah.
okay. No, you
Let
can
me
go ahead.
yeah, show you that it's on the recording. So our main revenue report is the period revenue, and it will break down all your revenue departments. So here I can see out of that package that I've selected, you can also split how much goes to food, how much goes to beverage, equipment rental, housekeeping. You can break down that package that
Oh,
we've
that's
selected.
wonderful. Okay.
So it's a first revenue split is your revenue group, and then we also do the second revenue split for you. Unassigned is what I didn't allocate or unassigned in my bookings. You don't want unassigned. So there's all your breakdowns, your payments that you received for whatever date you pull your report. There's your breakdown of your department. That's your second revenue split. Point of sale, if you have point of sale, we can integrate the point of sale for you. We only integrated with 4 point of sale systems where you can open up a bar tab for the hall and all the bar tab charges can come into here, into your reporting and into a booking. This is accommodation, and this is items that I've selected from my price list. There's my, it can show you how much did your hall make. Each room, it will show you what room made that revenue and my returnable inventory items as well. All your booking details, what's in and what's out. I've got an admin fee set up on my device, so just ignore that. But that's how it breaks it down. Now, if you've got unassigned, you can do a health check and say, what is unassigned? You don't have to scroll down the list. The system will find all the unassigned items for you. That's maybe not assigned to a second revenue split, where it doesn't know, must it go to food, beverage, where must it go to? Okay. And I can also just fix it from here. And this conference menu, there was no breakdown. It's at 0. Oh, that's why it's because it's 0. But if it had an amount, no breakdown, it will immediately tell you there's no breakdown. Okay, and that's how you can fix your report. And then afterwards export it. It puts all these tabs into an Excel spreadsheet and your whole month end is done. Okay, any questions on that?
No, so far it's clear.
Okay. Then we've got a lot of management reports where you can see all your feedback from all the guests from each event. You can analyze it, you can print your own, you can print all the notes separately that they made and see all the complaints or happy people.
And the link for the feedback can be sent right after the event. You can
Yeah, it goes
automatically send that.
12 hours after the departure. It goes to all the guests
Oh,
and the
nice.
organizers.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, and you can just pull the reports. What's also nice under management, you can see any user activity, what was done by a specific user, or you can check all your users, any activity that they've done. So you can select one activity, which maybe would have been quicker, and the system can show you who did it, what did they do, and everything from there. Okay.
And post-event, do I have to go in and change the status of the event manually to say it's complete, or does that automatically happen once the
Oh,
date
you
of
can, yeah, you can, if, let's say what we say, you complete it only when they've paid you in full.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you can go to any date, you can say only zero outstanding,
Mm.
and I want to see all the bookings that's 0 outstanding, and they don't owe me any money anymore. I can select on top, or I can select individual ones on top and push it to completed status.
Okay.
Okay. Or delete it. So you can also filter and clean your old quotes like this. So I can say any old quotes before December 31st. There's my old quotes and I can put them in deleted status.
Mm.
And it never disappears. They will always stay there. If you go to delete it will always stay and remain on your list. Yeah. It never goes away.
Okay.
Okay. All your completed bookings, meaning they've been invoiced and fully paid, we move it to the completed status, but it will always remain on here. Doesn't mean
Okay.
that it's going to disappear. So there's quite a lot. And then a mail trail, so you can check all your mails. You can have all your feedback reports. There's quite a lot. You can see all your price list. You can set up promo codes. You can see the usage of the promo codes. Debtors reports. You can pull a company statement. Like I said to you, if I want to do a statement for this customer, any dates, and I want to do a statement for them, I can pull a statement for them easily, and you can mail it with one click and give them a company statement. Okay. Debtors report, it will also show you all your customers still in debtors, which in hospitality, I don't believe you should have a debtors.
Yes.
Okay. And there you go. We age it by day, or you can select upfront if you want a monthly aging. And it will age it by month for you. Okay, then when you set up, we set up your first setup for you. There's a fee for the once-off setup. It's 1850. But then we also, in the training, it's also partial of the training that you can set up. You don't have to wait for us. If you want to inactivate the user, you can just go and do it as well. If you want to change any details, you don't have to wait for us. Okay. So we train you on the full setup, function sheets. You can set up multiple function sheets. You can preview the function sheet that you've been set up and see if you're happy. But we set up, if you send in your current function sheet, we'll do it in the setup for you. But it's quite easy to set them up. You can set up multiple ones. So half-day conference, full-day conference, afternoon conference, morning conference, however you want to set it up. Some venues will also set up a conference function sheet for the amphitheater, a conference sheet for the breakout rooms. They will have different ones because you have different questions for all those rooms.
Yes.
Okay, so it's unlimited, multiple ones that you can set up. Feedback, you can choose your own feedback questions, but all your questions, the feedback goes out with little faces to customers, and then they select the sad, happy, or smiley face, and that's how we then calculate it 1 to 5. Okay, so to show you, let's just go here. Oh, I've got so many windows to close. I've got a sample of a function sheet on my desktop here somewhere. Let me just quickly find it. Feedback. So if you're looking for something, you will never find it, and then afterwards you'll find it.
It pops up, yes.
Yeah. So this is what our feedback goes out to, like your questions, and then they can select from here. And that's how we then calculate it in the report for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is very good, happy people. If you get 1s, you know there's a problem. Okay. So it goes out very nice and smooth to a customer. But you can set up different function sheets, different feedback questions. For if you have a corporate function, you want to ask them that questions. If you have a birthday function, you want to ask them different questions. If you have a team building, you want to ask them different questions. Okay.
Yes.
And I think that's what I can drive you crazy with. Then the customer is also the customer database. Like I said, we capture all your guests for you. So you're growing your customer data. And then in the customer data, we also have a blacklisted option. So let's say a client left without paying their bill. You can blacklist them with any reason here. And if they try to book with this email again, it will automatically warn all our clients when they try to book with them, the customer's previously been listed for damage or unpaid bill or anything like that. Okay. We will not stop you from making a booking with the customer. We will only warn you that this
Yes.
customer has been blacklisted, and this is the
Okay.
reason why.
Mm.
So it also just protects some of our venues with scams and scam bookings and payments and, um, not just the accommodation venues must be protected, also the conference venues must be
Mhm.
protected these days. Because we had a client the other day, they walked away with his projector.
Oh my goodness.
And I said, yeah, you better phone them and explain to them it wasn't part of the package.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then in
So
terms of pulling, say, a sales report, I can pull a report of the clients under each status.
we don't do it by client, but
Mhm.
in our period revenue,
Mhm.
if I go there and I say it is, let me do until the 7th, it scrolls down, it's all links. So it scroll
Mhm.
down links and you
Mhm.
can pull a full report on all the items sold for the month.
Okay, so I can't say I want to do a sales report as to where I am with certain clients.
Yes, that is
Um,
in the CRM. So the
okay.
CRM will show you the this customers. I phoned them, I followed up with them,
Mhm.
followed up with a quote, and the CRM will give you that full analysis.
Okay, and
And
where do
then
I pull
also
that? Mhm.
you can also do a note in the CRM for your meetings. But yeah, if you want to see, this is all your revenue for conference.
Mhm.
It's a scroll down. So for the month that you've invoiced, and there's your list, and you can export it. That's the revenue that you made for the list. The CRM reminders, mine is now switched off, so it's not going to have a, information in, because otherwise I get all these demo emails and
Mhm.
reminders. So you can pull a conference one, and you can say um, any reminder that you set up. So it is a confirmation required on a quote, follow up with a quote, and you can select the dates that you want the report for, and you
Mhm.
can use it per user. So I can pull
Mhm.
only my own figures, or I can pull everybody's figures and say all, and it will give you a nice report with a description, with a user, with a note, with a reservation, everything, a coordinator, customer, what's the status,
Mhm.
anything that you want to make a note on as well.
Okay.
So in a booking, let's say you are following up with a booking, you can also make a note directly in here, in your report. And you can say action, create new. And I can say followed up with outstanding. Okay, and I can put it to myself, or I can put it to the boss or the accountant which is going to pull the report. And I can type in a full note here that I phoned them and they're going to pay that day and how they're going to pay and everything.
Oh,
And I create it, and this note will form part of the reporting. So
okay.
mine will show nothing because it's all set to inactive. Okay, because when you can see all my profiles are inactive, but
Oh,
when they set it active, all these things run on my demo bookings, and it drives you crazy. Okay,
okay.
because there's quite a lot of demos set up here, but that's
Yes.
how they will use it. They will use it for coordinators to check up, and the coordinators will use it to check up on their outstanding confirmations.
Yes.
Okay, and immediately you can make a note in that booking, and it will form part of the report.
Okay.
Um, any other questions? I can't think of anything that I've missed. That
No, no. I think the questions I detailed down here, I think you've covered a lot of things that I think we want from a CRM. I had put a few questions, but I think you've gone through that.
Yeah, so it's not a, like a proper sales CRM. This is a customer related. So what did I communicate with the customer? Where am I with this customer? And what did the CRM send to this customer?
Okay.
Okay. And that's my story, unless you have more questions.
No, not at this stage. I think it's quite clear.
Okay, I'm going to stop the recording for now so we can
Okay.
have a nice shorter video for him. Stop. Okay, so Nani, where